that glorious, glorious morning this morning out on the beach. The sea was lovely and calm. Mabel is saying hello. So everyone, hello and welcome to another Sunday morning video. I hope you've all had a good week. I would like to start off by saying I've been here now almost 6 weeks, and maybe this doesn't work. I will try and do it with Mabel, but I want to keep it short. I've been here 6 weeks and it's been a complete and utter roller coaster. But it's a roller coaster with not many highs, but kind of lots of lows. And I'm trying to turn it on its head so that there's more highs than lows. When I decided to move from rural France, I was really excited about the possibility of moving back into a town centre existence, kind of equivalent to what I was living like in London all those years ago. I was looking forward to having sort of the convenience of everything on my doorstep, and I think that I was kind of naive about that, because the noise factor is something that after nearly 6 weeks I still haven't quite adjusted to. I have lived in complete, apart from the chasse, complete tranquility for the last 11 years. And my business was in a sleepy town during the winter, very touristy during the summer. But coming here where there seems to be like constant 24-hour noise is a real struggle. The one thing I really wanted was the safety and security of knowing that the house that I'd chosen to live in was a good house. And that was so important. And bearing in mind, I bought the house based on an online view. I was so lucky that when I got here, the house continues to embrace me and make me feel very, very comfortable and secure. But it's just, I miss France in all of its aspects, even the way that I dealt with the problem with the chasse every year. I miss it incredibly. I've had an overwhelming, I've been overwhelmed by senses of people everywhere, and dealing with people on a daily basis where sometimes people aren't so friendly, it's kind of, I've not been exposed to the sheer amount of people that there's been over the last 11 years. It's like just in your face the whole time, in your face the whole time. It's kind of like, where do you get away from that? Even when you're in the house and you can hear, you know, my kitchen, diner and living space at the moment is all downstairs, but the grill is upstairs, it is at the end of the room, so you can still see and hear people walking past upstairs. That bit I am getting used to. One of the things that I'm tackling now as my new project is the cost of parking here. Again, living in France, most of us were lucky enough to have driveways, and never have to worry about that, never even have to worry about locking the car at the night time. But here, at the moment, I'm spending £95 a month on parking, and that's not even on a space outside my house. There are only parking meters outside my house of a maximum stay of 2 hours. So it's really expensive. And so I'm onto that with the local council. I'm going to try and find out if there's a discount for residents rather than the tourist or day trippers, visitors to the town, where everyone pays through the nose to park their cars, which I think is a little bit unfair. But anyway, I'm going to have a go at that. Work has been a bit of a bugbear because there's been lots of offers and opportunities to go and work in various places. And again, in comparison, this is not kind of a pity party. It's like, you know, when I moved here, I closed down a business that was running so smoothly and I could almost budget what was coming in every month. Almost. Every now and again it would throw a curveball at you and you would be completely thrown off course. But mainly it was, this is what you're earning every month. I chose my own hours to suit having animals so that they were not left on their own for great lengths of time. And a couple of places that I've agreed to go and do some work with. One of them's a 40-minute drive without traffic, and so I'm having to kind of leave an hour and a half to get there. And so far I've been on their books for a month, and so far I've only had one patient. So I'm trying to sort of weigh up whether or not I continue to do that because it's economically not viable at the minute, or do I keep giving it a chance, but how much longer do you give it? I've got one opportunity this week that could solve everything in this amazing health club in Broadstairs. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's a positive meeting, and that could solve all of my, not financial problems, but it could make me feel much more comfortable about there be a steady stream of income. With that in mind, I did have a client come over this week from France, and she had 2 sessions with me. I did feel kind of guilty charging her because she'd come all this way to have a bit of a break, but it was so lovely to see her, and it's business after all. So that was really nice. So that was one of the highlights of my week this week. And I did a rugby match last Sunday, of course. It was the last match of the season for my local rugby club, and I'm now kind of like in this waiting area to see whether there is a firm offer for next season. And it's an offer I hope comes through because I really feel I can do good things with the club. I had a good feel about it, and it was a really fun day. So I'm hoping that that also comes to a positive decision. And so it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm going back to France in a few weeks to have a look at my house and just do some maintenance and mow the grass, which will take several days. It's going to be interesting to see how I feel about that going back. And my first sort of thought was I'm going to sell the house and put the money aside or invest it in a property. But I'm kind of veering towards now maybe not sell the house, because I do think that maybe between 6 months and a year, I know I've got to give it time here. I've got to. It's just that kind of like teething problems of moving somewhere new that is alien and strange. And Britain has become a strange place, a really strange place. I don't recognise it, and I feel really very discombobulated about the whole thing. You think you know somewhere, but when you've been away for so long, you do lose touch with everything that you knew before you moved. But again, it's not a pity party, but I am thinking I might hold on to my house, and certainly maximum of a year if I still feel this way in a year's time. So in about 11 months time now, I think that there might be a reason for me to say, you know what, I came back, I gave it a go, and I'm going to move back, because you wouldn't have forgotten, and I still believe that after a year I could pick things up and move forwards. I don't know, I'm all over the place, but I suppose it gives you plenty to think about, plenty to react to. You have to keep looking for new opportunities. You can't be complacent because the cost of living everywhere is high. So I'm trying. It's just this roller coaster is not giving me enough highs at the minute, and I want some more highs. And I know sometimes you have to go looking and make your own luck, which I'm also trying to do. Anyway, that was it really this week. There's lots of things going on that I'm not going to go into today because I'm now 8 minutes, and I'm going to just edit quickly because I'm going out for the rest of the day because it's a bank holiday weekend here in England. So thank you to everyone that's continuing to watch my videos. No new subscribers this week. Boo! So if anyone likes the video, please like and subscribe. And is there anyone else that's moved countries and is just finding that sort of settling in period, which should be a honeymoon period of sort of like let's just enjoy ourselves, sort of more difficult than they'd ever imagined? Or am I just being boring? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, happy bank holiday to everybody, and have a good week. And I've looked in the camera lens for most of this video to my friend that keeps telling me I'm not, but I've done most of it this week, so well done. And have a good day, enjoy the bank holiday, and speak to you all soon.